I guess I start when I first met Mitch Waterman. I'd been training for 3 months at the George Julio Training and Academy, and I'll never forget the day. I see this young 16-year-old kid, very skinny at the time, come into this ring, and that was the start. I'm not gonna lie and say that we're not friends. We're best friends. I'm proud to call him a game changer, brother. And when I met him, it was almost like this partnership. I almost felt like a big brother to him. And we trained together, we talked wrestling. It was and still is our entire lives. But because of Mitch Waterman, I have my first heartbreak in wrestling, and it's not because of Mitch Waterman. I'll never forget this day. We'd been training together for about 3 months, and Andy Rhodes came in for a class, and we were doing the rolls, we were doing the bumps, and Andy Rhodes says to me while Mitch Waterman's bumping, he says the words, "Mitch is just a little bit better than you, isn't he?" I'll never forget that. And maybe that's where all this stems from. Maybe Loverboy always having to try and prove himself as the best. All this need for validation comes from that one day in a shed in Albion. And then one fateful night in 2018, Mitch Waterman versus Loverboy Lochy Hendricks. And I'll never forget, all the boys were watching the monitor for that match because they knew what they were witnessing. 2 people who had gone through this business together, finally stepping in that ring. And we fought each other hard. We really fought each other hard. And then Mitch Waterman won. You know, I can accept that loss. But now we look to now, May 25th, Mitch Waterman versus Loverboy Lochy Hendricks for the GPW Championship. A lot has changed since our last match. In 1 year, I have wrestled people Mitch could only have dreamed of wrestling. I have become one of the hottest topics in this country. And as good as Mitch Waterman has done since that match, he cannot match the impact and the growth I have had. I love Mitch Waterman, but I am much better than Mitch Waterman. And May 25th, all of GPW will see that when Loverboy is the champ, son.